A very good morning, my dear students. Today's session we are going to see the topic Werner theory. Right? The Werner theory, it is in Unit 5. The lesson name is Coordination Chemistry. Right? The author of the theory is Alfred Werner. Full name is Alfred Werner. He studied the structure of complexes and putting his ideas in 1893. He is considered a father of coordination chemistry. The first, he has chosen the compound CO N-3 6 Cl3, right? So regarding the compound, first you should know what is the IUPAC name. So before you write the IUPAC name, the charge separation of the coordination sphere and out of the coordination sphere, we will know that, right? So out of the coordination sphere, 3 Cl is present. So Cl charge minus 1. So 3 Cl means totally minus 3. The coordination sphere charge plus 3. Here, inside the coordination sphere, central metal is present and 6 ligand. Ligand is amine, right? The amine is a neutral ligand. So the coordination sphere charge belongs to metal, right? So now we can write the IUPAC name. Hexa, 6 means hexa, amine, ligand name amine, cobalt, metal name cobalt, the oxidation state mentioned with the Roman numeral 3. Out of the coordination sphere, 3 Cl ions are present, so chloride. Right? Okay. Now we finish the IUPAC name. Now, what are the postulates he has given regarding the compound? Alfred Werner has given the postulates regarding the compound. So one by one we will see that. So postulates of Werner's theory. Right? So point number 1. He said the metal atom cobalt has two types of valency. One is primary valency, another one is secondary valency. So how he said about the primary valency means when the complex dissolved in suitable solvent, these 3 Cl minus ion will go out, right? The coordination sphere, inside the coordination sphere, the metal atom and the ligand will not separate. The Cl3 alone will separate it, right? So for example, CO NH3 6 plus 3 Cl minus the coordination sphere charge plus 3, right? So regarding the removal of 3 Cl minus, right? So we can get the oxidation state of the metal atom. So it's a neutral ligand. So plus 3 belongs to cobalt, right? So he said the central metal atom has two types of valency. One is primary valency. So primary valency means oxidation state. It corresponds to the oxidation state of metal atom or ion. Primary valency, right? It corresponds to the oxidation state of metal ion. Okay. Next, the secondary valency. Secondary valency means which one we are unable to separate. That is a non-ionizable. When dissolved in the solvent, which one does not separate from the central metal atom? 6 amine, right? That is called a secondary valency. Secondary valency. So primary valency means ionizable ionizable valency, secondary valency, non-ionizable valency, right? So second postulates. So as I told earlier, the primary valency is corresponds to the oxidation state of the metal atom. So primary valency corresponds to the oxidation state of metal atom or ion. Corresponds to the oxidation state of OS means oxidation state of metal atom or ion. It is satisfied by negative ions. So negative ion is 3Cl minus. As the 3Cl minus is going out, then only we can guess the oxidation state of metal atom plus 3, right? That's why it is given. Okay. Now, the secondary valency we'll see. The secondary valency, what I told that, which one is non-ionizable when it dissolved in a suitable solvent. So, NH3, the 6 ligands will not separate from the metal. That is called non-ionizable valency, called as a secondary valency. So, secondary valency corresponds to the coordination number of metal atom, right? So 6 coordinate bond will form with a cobalt, right? The secondary valency is satisfied by negative molecule or neutral molecule, right? Negative molecules or neutral molecule. Here neutral molecule is given, right? So what kind of example? Here's chosen a neutral example. Neutral molecule is given as an example for ligand, right? So third postulates the secondary valency, the coordination number, that is nothing but is called as ligand. So secondary valency called as ligands, right? Ligands. So point number 4. The secondary valency ligand must project in directional in space. For example, first write ligands must project in directional in space. For example, cobalt the 6 ligand, how it is placed? Like this, right? The 6 ligands are present like this, right? It is inside the coordination sphere and 3Cl minus, right? So 6 ligands must project in directional in space. So mention in a solid line, right? So what is the meaning for the arrow mark? Coordination bond, but initially he has given the solid line. So next, the primary valency is given as a dotted line. So actually, what kind of structure is donate? CO will be center of the metal atom, and 6 ammonia is present in inner sphere. So mentioned with the solid line, right? It is inner sphere. Inner sphere means coordination number, and the outer sphere, the primary valency mentioned. This is a dotted line. This kind of structure he has given, right? So nowadays we can draw the structure like this, but initially Alfred Werner described the postulates with this kind of structure. The ligand must project in directional nature, whereas primary valency is given with dotted line. Directional nature means solid line. This one, primary valency, dotted line. Now, point number 5. The ligand 6-amine is bonded with the copper, right? The ligands have unshared pair of electrons. So ligands have unshared pair of electrons. Unshared pair of electrons means the nitrogen in amine, right, has lone pair of electron is donated to the central metal atom. The ligands have unshared pair of electrons donated to the central metal atom, right? Central metal atom. Now, the inner sphere is called coordination sphere, and the outer sphere is called primary valency, right? Primary valency. Now I repeat the points. The first postulate is every metal atom has two types of valency. First one is a primary valency, another one is a secondary valency. Primary valency called as ionizable valency, secondary valency is a non-ionizable valency. So ionizable valency, non-ionizable valency, already told you, will dissolve in a suitable solvent after the separation. Separation is given as a primary valency. Non-separation means non-ionizable, right? So the primary valency corresponds to the auxiliary state, right? Auxiliary state of the metal atom or ion. It is satisfied by negative ions. So how you found the auxiliary state of the metal ion? After the separation of the 3Cl minus only we can guess the oxidation state, right? That's why the second postulate is given. The secondary valency means what? Coordination number corresponds to the coordination number of the central metal atom. So 6 ligands are present, right? So coordination number is nothing but how many coordinating bonds are present? 6 bonds, right? Next, the secondary valence is satisfied by negative molecules or neutral molecule. Here neutral ligands is given, right? So negative ligands also we can take, is said in the postulates. Now, the secondary valency is called as a ligands. Secondary valency, the 6 amine is called as a ligands. The next, the secondary valency ligand must project in direction in space. So in the diagram we can find it. So inner sphere, outer sphere, the secondary valency have a directional in nature. So mentioned with a solid line, and the primary valency is given with a dotted line, right? It is present in the outer sphere. So inner sphere, coordination sphere, outer sphere, oscillation of the central metal atom ion. We can get it by the separation of primary valency outer ions, right? Next, the ligands is what? 6 amine have unshared pair of electron. That electron only is donated to the central metal atom and make a bond. There is a coordinate bond, right? So this kind of compound is called as a coordination compounds. The last one, the limitation of Werner theory is that he explained only the structure of the compound. He does not explain the color, and spectral studies of coordination compounds, right? So these are the postulates present in Werner theory. Thank you.